Be warned. You're not going crazy. You're not weak. You're not broken. You're just emotionally tuned into the loudest celestial alignment of this entire month. Right now, the moon, ruler of your intuition, your memories, your hidden feelings, is merging with Jupiter, the planet of expansion, luck, and divine timing. And when these two meet, something shifts. You feel it, even if you can't explain it. Tears come without warning. You laugh at random. You wake up from a dream that leaves your heart racing. That's not coincidence. That's prophecy in motion. Because here's the truth. Your emotions are about to become your clearest compass. And for some of you, this shift will bring a blessing so loud, so sudden, it'll feel like a spiritual lottery ticket. April 10th, 2025 marks a rare Moon-Jupiter conjunction. That sounds poetic, but in energy terms, it's like attaching a megaphone to your soul. The moon is already intense. It whispers your fears, echoes your desires, and mirrors your subconscious. But Jupiter takes everything and makes it louder, bigger, brighter. If you've been holding in your feelings, they're coming out now. If you've been avoiding a truth, it's walking right up to you and tapping your forehead. And here's the kicker. What you feel during this conjunction isn't just random mood swings. It's a direct download from your future self. This energy doesn't just touch your emotions, it writes them into your timeline. Let's get real for a second. If you've cried today without a clear reason, if you've snapped at someone even though you love them, if you feel like you're either going to explode or ascend, that's the moon and Jupiter shaking you awake. But here's the secret no one tells you. These emotional meltdowns aren't problems. They're premonitions. You're not breaking down. You're breaking through. Right now, your soul is louder than your logic. And the louder it gets, the closer you are to receiving a message that changes everything. Let's break it down. If you've been waking up between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. these past nights, your soul is catching energy downloads. If you've had dreams about childhood homes, old lovers, or floods of water, you're being prepared for a return. Someone from your past is circling back. If you've had random chest pressure or bursts of laughter, your energy field is clearing space for a surprise encounter. This is your divine weather report. It's raining emotions, and those who are awake enough to feel it are the ones about to receive. Let's talk about money, because Jupiter rules abundance. Right now, your emotions are tied directly to your manifestation power. That means if you've been visualizing, praying, or even obsessing over a goal, this is the window where it gets real. But warning, if you've been stuck in lack, if you've been saying, "Nothing ever works out for me," that belief is being magnified too. So what do? Flip the emotional frequency. Affirm like it's already done. I am open to sudden blessings. I trust what is coming is greater than what's gone. I don't chase, I attract, and Jupiter delivers. And for those who've seen repeating numbers like 777 or 888 today, especially on receipts, phone batteries, or clocks, here's your confirmation. A financial reset is coming in the next 7 days. No, not in theory, in real life. Expect surprise deposits, refunds you forgot about, clients appearing out of nowhere, a yes where you were expecting a no, but only if you act on your emotions. Jupiter blesses the brave. Moon rules your heart. Jupiter rules divine timing. So when they align, your love life is not staying still. Some of you will experience a confession out of nowhere, a text from someone you swore was gone, a random stranger crossing your path, but something about them feels familiar, old, important. If you've recently dreamed of someone you haven't spoken to in years, don't brush it off. They're thinking of you hard. And some of you, you're about to have a conversation that opens up a whole new timeline of possibility. Comment, "My heart is ready," if you've been sensing something shifting in your love life. Because this conjunction favors soul contracts, not just flings. But if your relationship has been on shaky ground and emotions are boiling up, don't panic. It's either about to level up or break apart to set you free. Either way, Jupiter is making sure you can't lie to yourself anymore. Let's talk about emotional red flags this transit can expose. You keep seeing mirrors or reflections glitch, like catching something from the corner of your eye. Your subconscious is ready to reveal a truth you've been ignoring. You heard a song that made you cry today, and you don't even know why. That song was a divine key unlocking a memory you're meant to heal now. You suddenly feel drawn to old photos, journals, or items you haven't touched in years. A past version of you is calling, and with it comes a long-delayed blessing. You are not here by accident. If this video found you, if this message resonates, it's because you are being tuned to a frequency only few can hear. And this Moon-Jupiter alignment is your initiation. For some, it will bring clarity through chaos. For others, it will bring love through longing. For many, it will bring luck through loud emotions. So feel it. Don't numb it. Don't dismiss it. The tears, the anger, the restlessness, they are the thunder before your spiritual downpour. Because once this emotional storm passes, something miraculous takes its place. Comment, "I feel the shift," if your heart has been louder than usual this week. The energy hasn't peaked yet. In fact, what you're feeling now is only the beginning of something deeper. Because Moon and Jupiter don't just make you feel more, they make you see what you've been blind to. If your heart has been acting like a siren this week, it's not because you're broken. It's because your soul is trying to get your attention before the shift locks in. This is the kind of transit that doesn't ask politely. It screams, and that scream often shows up as restlessness, a sudden urge to delete all your photos, a craving to move, to change your hair, to break something you once thought you needed, to finally say what's been burning in your chest for months. You might not understand where it's coming from, but deep down, you do. You've always known, because there's a version of you waiting on the other side of this energy, a version who isn't afraid to feel, who isn't afraid to want, who isn't afraid to receive. And that version, it's not a fantasy, it's a prophecy. Right now, your emotions are GPS signals. They're showing you what matters and what must go. They're mapping the future through the intensity of now. If you feel angry for no reason, it's not chaos, it's clarity rising. If you feel sudden waves of nostalgia, your soul is pulling you back to the last time you truly felt aligned, because it's time to return. And if you feel lost, good. That means you're not pretending anymore. You've dropped the script. You've stepped off the stage. Now, you can finally hear the real voice underneath it all. This is your reckoning. Not the kind that punishes, the kind that reveals. Let's talk about the blessings that are hidden inside this emotional noise. Because Jupiter never shows up without leaving something behind. For those of you who have felt drained, like nothing was working lately, prepare. In the next 72 hours, an opportunity will knock. It won't wear a label. It won't be loud, but it will feel like a pull in your chest that you can't ignore. Someone will say something random that triggers a forgotten dream. A message will pop up that reopens a closed door. An idea will flash across your mind, and for the first time in months, you'll believe it's possible again. That's not coincidence. That's divine compensation. Jupiter rewards the heart that dares to stay open, even when it's been broken. So if you're still still breathing through the weight, still crying instead of shutting down, then get ready, because something is on its way. And for some of you, it's love. Not the kind that confuses you, not the kind that leaves you waiting, the kind that enters with certainty, the kind that says, I see your soul and I'm not afraid of it. You might have already dreamed about them. You might feel like they're close, but invisible. That's because your timelines are syncing, and this Moon-Jupiter conjunction is pulling you into their orbit. If you've been single and doing the work, healing, growing, this transit is a cosmic reward for your patience. And if you're in a relationship that feels wobbly, this moment will bring the truth into focus. You'll either see them clearly for who they are, or they'll see you for who you've become. Either way, something shifts. No more pretending, because Moon and Jupiter don't let lies live long. And for those stuck between love and fear, let me give it to you straight. If you're thinking about someone right now, and you've tried to forget them, cut cords, burn photos, delete chats, but they keep showing up in your mind, your dreams, your body. It's not obsession, it's resonance. Your souls may still have a contract, or maybe you're finally being shown the lesson. Ask yourself, is this love returning or karma completing? Don't guess, feel it. Because your body always knows before your mind catches up. And speaking of the body, have you noticed how physical this energy feels? Your chest tightening when you think of a choice you haven't made. Your hands tingling when you're near someone with a similar frequency. Your stomach flipping when you read a message that holds more weight than the words suggest. These aren't symptoms, they're signals. They're showing you where the shift is happening inside your nervous system. Right now, your entire body is recalibrating. That's why you felt tired, then wired, quiet, then overwhelmed, peaceful, then triggered. It's the purge before the prophecy. So what do? You slow down enough to feel the message behind the emotion. You don't try to fix it. You don't run from it. You listen. Because this energy doesn't want you to be perfect. It wants you to be honest. If you've been avoiding a truth, it's going to show up as conflict. If you've been ignoring a calling, it's going to come back louder. If you've been lying to yourself about a job, a person, a lifestyle, Jupiter is about to amplify the consequences. And that's not punishment. That's grace. Because nothing heals faster than full truth, and nothing creates faster than aligned desire. So if you want to use this energy, here's what you need to know. What you speak aloud this week will ripple for months. Your words are spells. Choose them wisely. If you say, I'm stuck, you'll stay stuck. If you say, nothing ever works, you'll keep proving yourself right. But if you say, I'm ready, I trust, I release and receive, then the gates open, the tide turns, and things you thought were impossible suddenly find you. Now listen carefully. If today, at any moment, you feel overwhelmed, stop and ask, what is this really about? And then ask again and again until the surface clears, and what remains is the real truth you were scared to speak. Because when the moon meets Jupiter, the hidden becomes holy, the quiet becomes loud, the ignored becomes undeniable. So tell the truth, even if it shakes you, even if it costs you, even if no one claps for you. Because the second you do, the shift begins. And here's something wild. If you've been seeing 1111 or 333 repeatedly, and you felt emotional around it, that's no accident. It means your next chapter is being written. But the pen is in your hands now. So don't be afraid to rewrite the story. This energy will support the bold, the vulnerable, the ones who dare to trust their tears. Because your tears are sacred. They're not weakness. They're proof that your soul is alive and listening. And right now, that's all the universe needs to respond. Comment, "I trust this feeling." If something inside you knows this isn't just another emotional day, it's a doorway, and once you walk through it, nothing will ever feel small again. If this message woke something up inside you, if your emotions finally feel seen, if your soul whispered, "This is for me," then don't leave quietly. Like this video if it hit you deeper than words. Subscribe so you don't miss the next energy shift, because this is just the beginning. And share this with someone who's been feeling everything lately. They're not going crazy, they're waking up. And maybe this message is exactly what they've been waiting to hear.